Hello. That's Haley.
That's Emily.
And over there's our producer, Townsy. Say hi.
Hey.
And this is
The Northwest Mystery Show.
where we talk about mysteries
In the Northwest.
and ghosts
And goblins. And ghouls.
and serial killers.
No, we're just naming Scooby-Doo villains. So,
The clown, the mummy,
the spaceman,
the robot,
the ghost ship pirates.
the guy from the bank probably.
We're going to talk about, Minor 49er.
Minor 49. I watched that one yesterday.
Fuck yeah.
I had the last 2 days off and I've been watching Scooby-Doo like it's my job. The vampire.
Oh, the vampire, Frankenstein, the werewolf.
Yes. Great
the
episode.
creeper.
I love the creeper. He just yells his own name.
If there's real life versions of any of this stuff in the Northwest,
We will find it.
and talk about it.
We'll tell you all about it.
Don't think we haven't been trying to make these episodes more Scooby-Doo.
Because we have.
It hasn't worked out yet.
We just need a giant dog that can talk.
Someone here needs to invest in a dog.
I have access to a giant dog.
He
He cannot talk.
Oh,
We can talk for him. Let's make up a voice for the dog.
for the dog.
A
I can't
Scooby-Doo
I can't
voice.
think of a dog voice.
Ruh-roh.
Just steal the one that already exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
We're not very original on this podcast.
Not at all.
That's okay.
Yeah, who needs original ideas? It's all been done before
It's a-
anyways.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing really original anymore, so
No.
why even bother?
I don't know. Why even try anymore? Oh my gosh.
He's got such a droopy face.
such a wrinkly face.
It's melting.
He's 160 pounds.
I thought you were going to say he was 160 years old, like in dog years.
In dog years.
Close to death.
In dog years, maybe.
In human years, he's like 2.
Not even 2 yet.
Oh, I love giant dogs
Little
and
babe.
small dogs. Any type of dog.
Let's talk about,
No.
since we need to catch up, let's talk about our trips to the coast.
Oh, hey. Yeah.
Because we both recently took trips to the
Good.
Oregon coast, right? Was
Yeah.
yours Washington?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I went
tell-
through Oregon to get to Washington is what I did.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, you started in Washington.
I did, and I ended in Washington. 'Cause
Oh, that's weird.
Cape Disappointment, I think, is technically in Washington because it's on the Long Beach Peninsula.
Okay, tell me about your trip.
It was great. I drove, and I've never driven to the beach before. I've
Wait,
always-
you drove by yourself?
No, my friend Alyssa was with me.
Oh, I thought you went with your family.
No, they have things to do during the week. I went with my friend, she was home from Central on spring break, and we went to Cape Disappointment, which is like this. There's a fort at the Interpretive Center, and then there's a lighthouse that you can hike to, and it's really old and it's really creepy. It's great.
I've been there, and it's beautiful.
Were you disappointed?
No, I love that.
yeah.
It's such a great lighthouse.
Yeah, it was so great, and I think there was like people like still working. It's not like a still working lighthouse like the North End lighthouse is,
But there's people in it.
but there were still people that were like in the little building next to it.
And there's like a caretaker, and it's someone's job.
That's my dream
That's
job.
your dream.
That really is.
Haley loves lighthouses.
I want to live like in a lighthouse on a rock in the middle of the ocean, not easily accessible.
Very, very salty, both you and the ocean.
Yeah, it'll be great. I'll have like a cat as a friend.
A lighthouse cat. Oh my
A
god.
lighthouse cat, and I'll only be reachable by owl.
Yeah.
It'll be very Harry Potter like. I have a lot of plans for my future as a hermit.
Didn't I buy you that book on lighthouses?
Yes,
Yeah.
you did.
I found a book
So
at Goodwill on like really cool lighthouses. It's just pictures of lighthouses.
Yeah, and there's one where it's like all black. It's like a goth lighthouse.
Yes.
I know.
Oh.
The
yeah.
dream lighthouse of death.
You can't see it. It just blends into the darkness except the light.
Except the light. That's so creepy.
But I mean, you can't really see them from a
You can't really-
distance at night anyway, so
No, you can't. They're supposed to guide you.
that's the point of the light.
Yeah. But then after we went to Cape Disappointment, we went to Long Beach.
Did you go to the
The museum?
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Oh.
We forgot about it. Because it was
Haley.
like so late in the day when we got there. We went to this bookstore called Banana Books, and I bought way too many books because they were all so cheap.
That's in Long Beach?
Yeah, it's in Long Beach.
I've never been there.
It's great. It's kind of small and like off to the side. Like it's not like in town.
It's a hidden gem.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's great. And then we walked on the beach and it was really cold.
Yeah.
And then we were like, we want to go home. And so we left.
That's literally what happened last time I went to Long Beach. It was too cold, and so we were on the
Yeah.
beach for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I've seen it. And then you want to leave because
You're like,
it's so cold. and
There's the
windy.
ocean, here's the sand, there's a lot of trash.
It looks just like Seaside, but not as trashy somehow.
Oh, Seaside is like the Jersey Shore of
Seaside,
the Northwest.
you just feel so gross when you go there. You walk around, there's people chain smoking everywhere.
It's all Russians. Not to be racist, it's all Russians.
Yeah, Seaside's kind of garbage.
It's
but also
gross.
going to Long Beach without hitting up Marsh's museum, kind of garbage.
I know.
Tragic.
There's some
I know. I
horrible
didn't
behavior.
even think about it until after we left, and I was like, oh, oops.
For people who don't know, it's like a weird little tourist trap, but they have...
It's now more gift shop than museum.
It's half gift shop, half museum. It's packed with people, but they have
Always.
so much weird shit. They've got weird taxidermy.
Jake the Alligator Man. If you've ever
Fuck
seen,
yeah.
Yes.
been driving around the Northwest, you see a Jake the Alligator Man
Bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see those
I
everywhere.
used to have, growing up, they used to have a penny smasher. So half the stuff in there also doesn't work because they used to play
It's
that
true.
little
Yeah.
baseball game too. Doesn't work anymore.
It's all
But,
broken.
Yeah, they have a penny smasher, which you can get Jake the Snake or Jake the Alligator Man pennies.
So many things.
Yeah, he's like in a case. And
Yeah.
clearly not real, but
No.
Also,
it gives you like a weird description.
just an incredible work of art for
Yeah.
whoever created him.
I know, it's amazing. I hope they live a happy life.
I hope my dream job is to one day create like
Taxidermy?
weird mashed together taxidermy, like jackalopes, you know?
Yes.
So you want to be like one of the Firefly family from House of a Thousand Corpses?
Fuck yeah.
Fish boy.
But just like half animal, half human.
I think Jake the Alligator Man was in that movie. I think he was in Captain Spaulding.
No fucking way.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
If he
If
is,
not,
that's
he
an
should be.
If fact.
If not, he should be. I'll have to go watch the movie again.
I mean, I own it, so we can watch it.
my
Yeah, we
favorite.
should.
Have you ever seen it,
No.
Haley? Oh God, it's so good.
I know, I haven't seen anything.
I
need to.
And just this last year, I bought The Devil's Rejects, so I had both.
It sounds like a good movie to watch for. Why haven't you seen this? New podcast coming out soon.
Oh my gosh.
Cross our fingers.
Stop plugging your own like podcast ideas. David's
It's
always
something we've been talking about forever.
I
It's
know.
going to happen soon. We got the setup now.
whenever I have more free time, which is
Never.
never. I'm starting to work more days a week now,
Oh, dude.
and I've
Same.
school another day a week, an extra
Gross.
day. So it's like
Well, you're almost done.
I'm so busy that I'm. Yeah. Thank
We
God we
made a
have this
podcast so we could see each other weekly, or we would never see each other.
Never ever. It was like months
Oh, yeah.
between.
Like no communication at all.
No,
Maybe like an Instagram post, and then that's it.
but now we like message all the time.
Yeah. Now we have to see each other.
Yeah.
We're gonna hate each other.
You sent
I'm
me
just
that
kidding.
thing with Did I send you that thing about Army Hammers?
You did, and I knew all about it.
And I had
Very
no
sad.
idea what was up with the tracksuits, and then you told me.
Yes.
And I was so psyched, and I told Anthony all about it, and he's like, "I don't care."
How could he not care about?
No, it's
the tracksuits.
This is a girl thing.
It's an Army Hammer thing.
This is why I need you, Haley, because like
He
I
doesn't
need
get it.
someone to tell about girl stuff.
like tracksuits
Oh, bless those.
and day
those
drinking at
tracksuits.
Red Lobster.
Applebee's. We are getting drunk and getting arrested at Applebee's.
I feel like if I'm gonna get arrested, I want it to be somewhere like higher up on the food, like middle class family, like food chain spectrum.
Oh, I am 100% sure that
Like-
I will be arrested one day.
At an Olive Garden or a Red Lobster. I won't
Oh
accept
my
anything
God.
less.
I just assumed I'd get arrested for like domestic terrorism, but
What? You're just making assumptions about how you're gonna get arrested?
well, I believe really strongly in certain things, and if those ever become like real big issues, then I will definitely be like in the streets, like
And we will no longer have a podcast.
fucking shit up.
I
No,
will-
then we'll like you'll be on the podcast like free Emily.
Free Emily. Unless I think you deserve to be arrested.
You'll be like, this is now a one-woman
This
podcast.
is a one-person podcast.
We voted out Emily, mostly because she's in jail.
'Cause she's in jail and you can't record from jail.
Or can you?
Can you? We'll find out. Go to jail. Find out.
What if we end up getting listeners that are like in prison.
Send us stuff if you're in prison, or we'll send you stuff. How will we know?
Oh, we're gonna write to you.
We're gonna write to you.
David looks horrified.
Well, what are you in prison for? Are you in prison for tax evasion? Lame. Are you in prison for murder? Slightly less lame.
Hey, that guy that I want to write to. It's
Yes.
it's only attempted murder.
Well, you know.
And he's on meds now.
Does that make it better?
I mean, he's probably not going to try to murder us.
We don't know.
I mean, if we befriend him.
What if he thinks we're lizard people?
Oh, shit.
We could be lizard people.
You could be.
What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, I know that I'm not.
Oh.
How do I know that you're not?
I don't know. See, I don't know that I'm not. I do weird things all the time. Not weird, just like...
Haley, the lizard man.
Sad.
The alligator man.
The alligator man. Right?
We're going to put you in that museum.
Yes. Great.
Yes.
I want my job to be no job.
You're a new attraction. And
Thank you.
your attraction is just to wear like half an alligator costume.
Have it and a denim jacket.
And then
like I'm
chill
wearing
in
right
like
now.
a giant case.
And I'll just read and I'll listen to Lana Del Rey on vinyl.
Yeah.
And I'll lay on the floor.
And you'll like hiss at people when they poke the tank.
Yeah, when they try to talk to me.
Yeah.
Or then like, can you change the song? It's terrible. And then I'll listen to Lord.
It'll just be like your normal reactions,
Yeah,
but people will pay money for it.
That'll be so great. I'll just do what I normally do at home, which is lay on the floor and listen to music. And I'll get paid for it. Or I won't.
You're
and
basically an alligator already.
pretty much.
Isn't that what they do? Just lay around and shit?
Yeah, until people try to like attack them and then they like get really mad.
I think alligators attack
I feel
more
like-
than... I think they attack quite a bit when even not provoked.
Yeah, I really like alligators. I feel bad for them.
Those pictures of alligators
They're climbing. Oh my gosh, that's so cute, right?
It sounded horrifying when you
But
told
no,
me.
they're really cute.
And then you showed me pictures of like them climbing over
on
fences.
Yeah.
And it's so adorable.
it's
For
there's-
no reason.
it's so cute. Like, look at them go.
Are you
Who knew
looking
they
this
could do
up?
that?
Are you looking up alligators climbing fences?
Alligator climbing tree. See, look at him. Look at him go. Oh, that's an advertisement. But look at, they're like dinosaurs. They're so cute.
I mean, they are.
When do you guys
They're
need to
fun.
spring for YouTube Red so we don't have to get this?
Never.
That's your laptop,
I
Emily.
I refuse.
You know, I'm
So-
not just to get the Cobra Kai TV show.
but maybe that's a small part of it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever.
I mean, just for like a month and then no more.
I'm already doing like another Hulu free trial.
Oh, wow.
Another one.
You just keep making emails.
Oh god, yeah. One day they'll catch on.
See, oh, look at him. Look at those peacocks just chilling.
He doesn't even go for the peacocks. Like
No, because they're chill.
what? Where? This has got to be in Florida. Because
Oh.
where else are there like fucking peacocks and alligators just in a parking lot?
Georgia, maybe?
Oh, somewhere in the south.
Somewhere in the south, deep
Faux
south.
show.
Miami.
Miami. I
Is
like
he-
all those memes about like your girl going to Miami and she's not your girl anymore for spring break. You haven't seen those?
No, I saw one where it was like my girl came back from Miami and said she had no pictures on her phone. She's not my girl anymore or something like that.
Or it's the one where it's like you
Look
and
at him go.
you and your girlfriend both said you were going to like your grandparents' house for spring break and then you run into each other at the Miami airport.
Oh my gosh, look at him fall down.
Oh shit.
They can't climb.
They
down
can
the
climb
fence.
but they can't like jump, you
They
know.
can't. Yeah. See, they're doing like the bare minimum.
Jaguar versus Croc? Yeah.
Crocodile cousin.
Oh, Croc's gonna win. 100%.
Look at it. He's so cute.
Cute and terrifying. Equally.
Yeah, because like they could kill you. Oh my gosh.
Are
3
they-
cheetahs versus an ostrich?
These
What?
we could just do a whole show on these.
I
Man.
know.
Like animal fights
Oh my gosh.
from Discovery Channel.
Why is he gonna attack the crocodile?
Yeah, there's no
What?
reason. He like hunted him down.
Oh my gosh, what an idiot.
Do we find out who wins?
No, jaguars eat caimans.
What the
Yeah, it's part of their diet.
fuck?
They
Oh my
crunch right in the
gosh.
back of the neck.
Oh,
You're
that's
done, son.
Oh my god.
That's part
That's
of
what
their
it looks
diet.
like when my cat eats a mouse. Or a snake. Or a rabbit.
I would have bet money that the crocodile would win. Okay, no more of these.
Okay, we're gonna get stuck.
We're
watching
gonna
this.
tumble down a rabbit hole.
Tell me about your beach trip.
Okay, I had to go to a wedding at the coast in Newport, and I didn't find out it was Newport until like the day before. I just knew it was like Southern Oregon.
Right.
So drove down for the wedding, and then because my boyfriend was like in it, and so he kept having to go to all these like wedding things, like the rehearsal dinner, and like had to show up for the wedding super early for like photos and shit. And I didn't want to like just hang at the hotel, so I like went and did all this fun shit at the beach.
Yes.
So they have like that strip right down by the waterfront in Newport where they have all the little attractions.
Yeah. And it always smells like dead fish.
It smells so bad.
It smells so bad. It really does. And there's all those are they sea lions or seals?
I think they're
and you can hear
sea
them
lions
constantly because they're so loud.
Arr, arr, arr.
Yeah, like that's all you hear in Newport.
Yeah, we our hotel room had like a view of the bay or whatever, and you could hear them from the balcony.
They're so loud.
Sea dogs.
Sea dogs.
Really?
Yes.
That's what they are.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
They sound like dogs.
They really do.
Their little barks.
Yeah, they're cute. I like them. A lot of people don't. I like them.
They're not cute.
I think they are.
I think everyone likes them. That's why there's always a group of people taking pictures, and
Yeah.
especially when you go down into the waterfront and they got their own little floating docks.
You
watch them, then one will jump off and kick the other one off, and they'll start yelling at each other.
It's so great.
I like when they're all like piled up together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
Little
one of
orgy.
them starts yelling, and then all of them
All
start
of them
yelling,
start
and
yelling.
then they all calm down.
Like they don't know why they're yelling.
They're like, why are we yelling? Maybe that's what they're all yelling.
Maybe. It's kind of like when dogs start barking for no reason.
They all just hype each other up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if humans did the same thing? We just started screaming and then everyone else started screaming.
Why are we yelling? What's happening?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I kind of just want to do that. Just start screaming.
Mob
sometimes.
mentality.
Exactly.
My goal in life now is to start like a mob chant.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
I don't know.
Oh. I don't know. Just start chanting.
For anything.
I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Okay, so they've got, what are the 3 things that are there? They've got the Waxworks Museum.
Ripley's Believe It or Not, and then that boat thing.
And the aquarium.
Oh, the aquarium.
And
yeah.
the aquarium.
So I've gone down there before and I've done all 3 and it's pretty cool. I only had time to do 1 this trip, so I like before the wedding, because I went right before the wedding. I was like, oh, I've got like 2 hours to kill, so gonna go see the wax museum.
Yes.
Yeah. So I went down there and I took a million photos. There's like all these families in line in front of me, and they're like 4 children, and I was like 1 ticket for an adult. Just me.
It's just me chilling in a wax museum.
All alone.
Not at all weird.
No, it's just like, then the girl had to ask how old I was.
Oh my gosh.
She was like, sorry, I just have to ask. She's like she was younger than me.
Oh my gosh. That is so funny.
No shame. But yeah, I went through the whole wax museum and it is still amazing. Like
it's like old. I don't think those wax figures have been updated for a long time.
No. I mean, it hasn't changed at all, but I went and I saw like the Bigfoot, and they've got like a Clint Eastwood that looks pretty like him.
Yeah.
And they've got the DB Cooper, where he like, if you walk around the corner, he like disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't they also have like the Marilyn Monroe one where you like open the door and it like shakes? They used to scare me.
Yeah, I saw that. The door didn't shake, but I mean,
yeah,
it's like some of that stuff isn't working.
No, because it's so old. Like, I don't think they updated it at all.
Well, I mean, there's so many people who go through.
Yeah, it's such a small wax museum.
It's tiny, but they have a lot in it.
They do, yeah.
And they have that cool room where you walk through and the walls are spinning and there's the lights and you feel like you're gonna like fall over.
It's great.
I love that.
It's so much fun.
Very disorienting.
Yeah.
Could you imagine just being like really stoned
and going through there?
You're like crawling.
You'd have to sit down. You wouldn't be able to make it through.
I get really bad vertigo all the time. Like sometimes when I'm driving and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna crash.
Sometimes like if I like stand up too quickly or yeah.
Like all the time. So I was going through it and I was like, oh. Oh, it's gonna trigger like an episode.
You're just gonna have to like lay down and close your eyes.
I'm gonna be in the middle of the walkway in a ball, and there's like families stepping over me.
They're like, oh, don't mind the lady.
I kept
Just
trying to
having a
like
mental breakdown.
Well, I was trying to take selfies, and like photos of the stuff in museums so that I could post it on our Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And then people were like, "Don't get in the way of her selfie."
Oh my god!
Like parents like moving their children around me.
I feel like that's one of like the most like it's like kind of belittling, but it isn't supposed to be.
They're like, "Why is she taking selfies all alone?"
Because I don't have any friends. Okay.
It's like, I'm sorry, I'm just killing time.
At least you didn't have like a selfie stick.
Oh my god. The day I get a selfie stick.
The day you die.
Yeah. If I get one, just kill me, Haley.
Okay.
Do you have one, David?
I don't, but I don't see the problem with them.
Oh, I think they're embarrassing.
They are.
I judge people who have them.
Yet you'll stick your arm out and take the same picture. You look.
You
just
don't have
as
to like
dumb.
stick your arm out. That's fine.
You look
though.
just as dumb.
Do it.
You might as well get a
Do
good
it.
picture out of it.
Oh, I'm still ashamed. Like, there's still a lot of shame.
There's no good way to take a selfie. It's been so like demonized in our culture.
Yeah, the problem itself isn't the selfie stick, it's the selfie.
Yeah, it's just our society, Emily.
Yeah,
No.
we're just ashamed of.
We're just ashamed of who we are as
Yeah.
people.
I think that sums up this whole show.
I think it really does. We talk about terrible people sometimes.
Yes.
We talk about ourselves,
Yes.
which it's iffy.
Yeah.
But we're still young. We still have time to be good people.
Will we get there?
Is it only up from here?
Or is it down?
Or is it only getting day drunk at the Red Lobster? Who knows?
I mean,
But I've been thinking about it. Like, if I'm like 35 and I'm getting day drunk at Red Lobster as a choice, not as like, oh, I don't want to go back to my office job. I've made it. If I can just,
if you get a job where you can like come back to work drunk and they don't notice,
or like
it's pretty great.
I don't have to go to work at all.
Dream.
And I can just get day drunk.
Dream.
Oh my god.
I mean, my goal is just to like work for myself, so I don't.
Same.
I can just get
I
drunk
don't
at
know.
home.
Get drunk. You have to go
So
to
you
the
can
Red
find
Lobster.
the spot in town that's got the bottomless mimosas for the day.
Yes.
Yes.
Bottomless mimosas.
We will have a podcast about getting day drunk.
Getting escorted into an Uber from the brunch cafe.
Yes. We will go to every place in Portland.
Hit up every place with mimosas.
Yes. We will rate them.
Oh my god. New podcast where we rate
Yeah.
brunch places.
Where we get day drunk. Brunch drunk.
Brunch drunk is the perfect
Brunch.
name.
Let's
I'm
fucking
gonna
do
go,
it.
go trademark that right now. Brunch drunk.
Brunch drunk.
Because it's punch drunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
brunch drunk.
You know what?
Yeah.
Write that down.
Okay, yeah, we need to start working on that
Take notes, David.
podcast.
No, I'm gonna go get that. I'm gonna go trademark that right
Go
now.
trademark it.
That's not.
and
I
then we're
would-
going to start doing that podcast.
I would listen to it.
I would participate in it.
Because I'm a big breakfast fan,
I love brunch.
and 9 out of 10 places I go, the breakfast is shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
I can't remember where I was. Oh, when we were coming back from the beach, Alyssa and I, because you go through like all these really small towns on your way to Long Beach, and there was this one town, and it was like Sundays are bottomless mimosa Sundays. I was like, yes, the dream.
I mean, the
So-
question is it good?
We'd have to go find out.
Yeah.
I know. So
Okay.
that's the next
Future.
podcast.
Quick shout out. Let's just plug all our stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Michael for doing our
Intro.
podcast intro and outro music, doing our theme.
And
He had surgery this week, so
Oh.
yeah, good.
shout out.
Yeah, heal up, Michael.
Heal up.
Our prayers are with you.
What?
And when you say this week, this is being released in the future, so
So a few weeks ago.
whenever that happened.
He's gonna be healing for a while, so
Okay. Well, so he could still be healing.
drag it out so this is accurate.
Yeah.
Just max those pain meds out. Like
Just don't use them. Do everything you're not supposed to do.
they gave him a lot,
Really?
and I'm jealous.
Really? Why?
They gave me pain meds when I got my wisdom teeth out a couple weeks ago.
I think I still have mine. Do you want them?
Yeah, I want them.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What'd they give you? They give you like Oxy?
Vicodin.
Oh shit. I'll take those.
No.
They gave me some Oxy and it feels great. Okay, we're not gonna say
No.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm so small that when I take them, like, I am relaxed.
Oh my gosh.
But I still have like a bunch. I don't abuse pain pills, just so we're clear.
Are you sure?
I have a lot left. I didn't take them all.
Are you sure? You're gonna have to start monitoring your drug usage.
I took 2 before this show, and no, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't be able to walk.
Gosh.
1 is like, I'm done. 1 is done.
I never took mine when I got my wisdom teeth taken out.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You didn't take any of the Vicodin?
No.
How much pain were you in?
I mean, I don't really remember though. It was like almost a year ago now, and I just took a bunch of Tylenol and Advil.
Yeah, I didn't really take pain meds when I had my
Yeah,
wisdom
like
teeth out.
they hurt, but it wasn't
The best
bad.
thing, the best thing that would help me is I would get chamomile tea bags.
Oh.
Put it on the spot.
That's what someone told me to do.
Yeah, it really helped more than anything else.
Well, I had all 4 removed at once, and then I had like
Oh.
they did like a separate surgery. I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
I had 5 different things going on.
Yeah, 'cause I only got
at
my 2
once.
bottom ones out. I never had my 2 top ones. So.
My whole entire face was fucked up.
I don't, because I saw you like the day after, and we went to that ghost thing. Remember?
Oh, I was in so much pain.
Yeah.
And I didn't bring pain meds to that thing. I was like, oh, I can like sit it out. I'll be fine.
No, we were out in the cold for so long.
Oh my god.
And then we got into the theater, and it was freezing in there.
My face was just throbbing.
Yeah.
I was dying.
That was interesting.
I was like, don't let Haley see how much I'm suffering and how much I want to go home.
No, it was so cold in there.
Oh, yeah.
And it was kind of boring.
Yeah.
It was...
I think for one of these episodes, we'll talk about maybe the stuff that we learned at that.
Yeah.
But after
Mm.
we max out some better things.
Yeah. Because I feel like... I don't know. I was expecting more than what we got out of that.
I mean, it was true to the name.
It was free.
It was free, so what do you expect?
Yeah.
But I wanted ghost stories like from all over the Northwest.
Not just
and
Oregon
not just
City.
from one guy. Because it was just his personal
Yeah.
stories.
Which he was interesting. He was funny.
Yeah, he'd be a cool teacher.
Yeah.
Because he is a teacher.
But yeah, exactly. That's
But
what
like,
it felt like.
if he was my teacher, I would have loved him.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
a little much for
Yeah.
2 hours or whatever.
Yeah, it was a long... Yeah.
And because I just had the surgery, I couldn't drink, and it was like a
We were at
McMinimans.
McMinimans, yeah.
And they had the best fucking drinks.
Yeah.
I was reading the drink menu and just like crying. Because I was still on pain meds, so I couldn't do it. See, I'm responsible.
You are
responsible.
responsible.
And not a drug addict.
You just make yourself sound like one.
That's what I do.
Anything else you want to plug?
Oh, my friend Augie, who I go to school with, she made our logo for us. So shout out to her. She put in a lot of work, and it's really nice of her. So
Hopefully we like it.
yeah, we're getting the final one tonight. So
Not like tonight when people are listening, but like...
I mean, by the time that these all get posted, it'll be up. So
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's great. We love it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
What else?
our Instagram is
Instagram.
up at Northwest Mystery Show.
And Northwest is just NW. Yep.
At NW Mystery Show on Instagram. And then our email is
Same thing.
NW Mystery Show at gmail.com. So if you've got like your own personal creepy stories, send them in.
Please.
Yeah, we're gonna do some episodes.
Or if you murdered someone.
Oh, we don't encourage that.
What? I'm not encouraging murder. I'm just encouraging them to tell their stories. So
Someone's
we can
like, I've always
tell
wanted to be famous for murder, and this is
There's probably people out there who did.
we're encouraging them.
I'm not encouraging. I'm just saying if you've already committed and you need to like get up, like just like I need to tell someone. We won't say your name on the podcast.
If you ask to be anonymous, you'll be fully anonymous.
To us.
Yeah. To our audience.
To our audience, but not to the police officers.
when we turn you in.
Yeah.
Because,
Listen.
we have to be responsible.
We have to pay for college somehow.
Oh, is there a reward involved?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I
yeah.
would hope so.
We'll sell you out.
It's like it's not like we're gonna make money off of this. So I mean, at least not right now.
Maybe one day.
Wherever.
That's like the dream.
Send money.
Please.
We'll give you our PayPal link.
Of course. We'll put it up on our
We'll Venmo.
Instagram. We do Venmo here.
Yeah. Please send us money.
Support your local podcast. Isn't that like very Northwest?
I mean, yeah, it kind of is.
That's what we're about.
We're a vegan podcast.
Well, technically,
That's very Northwest.
we haven't eaten meat on this podcast.
We haven't eaten anything on this podcast.
No.
We've drank wine.
We're a wine-only podcast.
And apparently a...
German beer. We got that German beer today.
And will soon be a mimosa podcast.
That's a separate podcast.
That's the side podcast.
Okay, so last thing I'm going to talk about, I'm going to show you guys what I got from
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's sitting right here, and I forgot.
So when you go out of the wax museum at Newport,
and
it takes you...
believe it or not.
Oh, they all end
all
up...
of them.
They all end
Everything.
up at the gift shop, which is such a fucking trap. But I fell right into it head first, and I felt like since I have this podcast, I should buy all this shit that I don't need. So this is what I got. One of them is it's a fridge magnet, and it's Bigfoot being abducted by an alien spaceship.
I saw a car with a bumper sticker like this the other day.
I wanted one, but I couldn't find any.
You can still put it on your car. You paid
guess
$6.99 for this?
Don't tell people. I didn't take off any of the price tags.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
I'll
what
get
else
to that.
did you get?
I got this Bigfoot mug that says Believe, and this is now my mug for the podcast. So I'll be drinking things out of this from now on. Yes. You gotta, oh yeah, I'll pour my beer into it.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
You have to get one too, Haley. I don't care what
Okay.
it is, but you have to get a podcast mug.
Okay.
Even though you don't drink nearly as much as I do.
No, I don't.
I got Bigfoot socks.
Oh my gosh. Is he wearing
He's wearing socks,
socks?
on the socks.
Oh my gosh.
Check it out.
That is
Yes.
amazing.
And then I got a Bigfoot shot glass that's just a foot. It's just a
big
foot.
foot.
Yes.
That is amazing.
It's the best thing that I own.
I'm very impressed by all your purchases. Are all the price tags still on?
Don't look at
So
them.
this was $9.99. This is actually $9.99
It's
for
not
this
a-
mug.
not
That's
a bad deal.
It's big.
Yeah. The shot glass is okay. It's $6.99. It's spendy, but look at
Yeah.
it.
Well, what if people want to go to Newport and buy this stuff?
I mean, it's like a big hairy foot, and then you drink out of
That's
it.
what everyone wants to drink out of, a big hairy foot.
That's what I want to drink out of.
How much did you pay for these socks?
I have no idea.
$20.
No, it was
12.
It was probably around like 10
That's reasonable.
for socks. Yeah, I feel like that's normal.
I wouldn't. This is kind of
the
magnet.
But I'm like gonna move out soon. I want to put it on my fridge. So
Your future fridge.
my future fridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. It's validated then.
I can justify this investment.
I mean, yeah. I buy useless stuff all the time.
Oh,
That's all I buy.
constantly.
Yeah.
I mean, I like wasted so much money on this shit that I don't need.
Yeah, I like overspend as a way of self-expression. So, I really can't judge you.
I think I overspend to fill
To fill a void.
a void in my life. I
A
got so
void that
many.
is filled by things.
Except it's not because they don't make you happy.
No,
but,
because then you just buy more things and then you're sad because you have all these things.
but you have to keep buying.
Yeah. Someday you'll feel better.
Will we?
Mm,
No.
stay tuned to find out. We'll keep you
In
updated.
100 podcasts.
In 100 episodes. We should do something if we ever reach 100 episodes.
When we reach 100,
We will...
we'll do a podcast.
You'll become serial killers.
No. Absolutely not.
We're not going to do that. I can't think of anything else to do, though.
Oh, let's do a podcast live from like a haunted place.
Okay.
Like a haunted hotel or something.
Yes, we'll go stay at... What was that hotel that your dad and his girlfriend stayed at? And they heard stuff? And they were the only ones there?
I can't remember. It's in Oregon, and I will talk about it eventually.
We'll go there.
Yeah.
We'll podcast all night.
Yes. We'll
Yes.
try to find the ghosts, but we won't do Ouija boards because
No, I don't trust Ouija boards.
I've seen enough movies, and we're white, and
We're white and we're girls,
Ouija
so
boards
we're
were created by Hasbro. You're good. You're
doomed.
fine.
No.
I'm not. I don't
No,
care
no.
if there's a Stranger Things Ouija board or not. I'm not taking that chance.
it's just better to not take the risk.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know if I want a demon in my life.
I mean, I already had one exorcism, so
I don't need another.
We'll talk about that on the next
Okay.
episode.
On the next episode.
I'll tell you guys about my exorcism.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you going to tell us about today?
Okay. My topic today is a serial killer from the Northwest.
Hey.
I'm doing Jerome Jerry Brudos.
What a name.
Woo woo.
Ugh,
He's not.
I would not want to run into him in any situation ever.
Can you, Townsy? Can you pull up a photo of him when he's younger? Because this is him, really old in jail.
I like how it says victims. There was just 4+.
I mean, it's with a lot of serial killers. It's the number that they have confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Plus is like they think he did more, but they don't know.
He kind of looks like John Wayne Gacy a little bit.
He was like a bigger dude, not like necessarily fat, but just a bigger dude.
Yeah.
That's a picture of him younger. He's like freckle-faced, redhead kid. Just like your classic little redheaded shit.
Little weirdo.
Yeah, he was a fucking weirdo. That's him and his wife.
Oh, she looks fun.
I mean, it was not a happy marriage.
Okay,
So.
tell me all about it.
Okay, so Jerry Brudos is what he goes by. He's a serial killer who murdered 4 women in Oregon during the 1960s. But that's just the, like, confirmed
Right.
number.
Could be more.
Yeah, could definitely be more, especially because he was a psycho from, like, a very early age. Real young.
Yikes.
Real young. So, he definitely, he assaulted and attacked tons of women. So those are just the ones that he killed.
Ugh.
He's
a good time.
He's a good time guy.
All right.
Oh, so he is known as the Lust Killer and the Shoe Fetish Slayer.
I think Anne Rule has a book called The Lust Killer.
Oh, it could be about him.
It could. I've never looked into it, but it could.
I think there's a lot of people who are lust killers.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's the lust killer.
Because he also has the shoe fetish slayer.
That's the one that I always hear is he's the shoe fetish guy.
Ugh.
Was this, have you seen Mindhunter?
Yeah.
Is he the guy with the shoes on that show?
That's
Okay.
how I first heard about him.
All right.
Was from Mindhunter. So on the show, there's an episode where they go interview him in prison. And it's one of my favorite episodes on the show. Like, he's a really interesting character. I'm going to talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
The guy they got to play him is an actor named Happy Anderson. Fantastic casting. Fantastic. There's a picture. He looks like him. He's kind of like jolly, but like sinister. You know, he looks
like a
so
scary
jolly.
Santa Claus.
Because he's got that killer personality where he's like charming, but then he like turns. You know, it's covering like the evil. He sounds in the show. Confirm this. He sounds just like John Goodman.
No.
Oh, when he walked out down the hall, before you really can look at him,
He kind of looks like John Goodman.
you hear the voice and you see him from a distance, and you're like, oh, that's John Goodman.
He kind of looks like John Goodman.
100% convinced it was John Goodman until I like Googled it.
Yeah, like look at that photo. Like he looks like a young John Goodman.
He looks like a redheaded John Goodman.
Yeah.
And the voice is dead on.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Anthony also was like, he sounds just like John Goodman. Like,
I love John Goodman.
And John Goodman's so like, everyone loves him.
How can you not?
So you hear this and you see this guy and you're like, oh, it's so creepy.
It's really creepy.
Did you see 10 Cloverfield Lane?
Yeah, that was the first time when I realized John Goodman
John
could
Goodman
be
can be
evil.
Yeah.
And
He
This
was
guy
great in
looks
The
like
Big
he could be
Lebowski.
John Goodman's like cousin.
yeah.
Yeah.
But his name's Happy Anderson.
Oh my
His name
gosh.
is Happy.
Who's that look like?
Oh, it looks like our friend Charlie. He got that red beard. I love when guys have like they've got like the blonde or brown hair and then they've got the red beard.
Yeah.
And it's like that Irish
I'm
wicked.
glad you picked that up immediately.
You got it a little bit, but yours is like clearly not red.
Oh, it's definitely ready.
It's reddish.
Ready.
Yeah, ready.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Continue.
Okay. So that's where I heard about him first, and then because it's a show, it's not like 100% accurate.
Mhm.
And their interview with him is like, I mean, did they really like bring a shoe to the interview to get him to talk? I don't know.
Right. That's weird.
So obviously I had to do my own research. So I did a ton of research for this,
Way to go.
and it's summed up because it could go on and on and on,
Mhm.
but I'm gonna just give you the gist of it.
Okay.
So Jerome Brudos was born in Webster, South Dakota in 1939. So
Great.
while ago. A long time ago.
It was a bit ago.
He was the youngest of 3 boys, and his mother really wanted a girl. All she wanted. So by the time, like, the 3rd boy is born, she's like, fuck all of you, I just want a girl.
I'm done.
And she's not going to have any more, right? And so he was the one that, like, ruined that for her. So she takes all of her resentment out on him.
No.
Right? She's like, I just wanted a girl. You're not a girl. So I'm going to bully you. So she is, like, verbally and probably physically abusive to Jerry from a very young age. She just hates him.
That's awful.
So, like many other serial killers, he's got the mommy issues.
Great.
Classic.
Yay.
Classic, yeah.
Yeah.
So, not a good childhood, just from the start. So when he's around 5, and his family moves around a lot. Like, they are constantly moving. So I think it was like they're poor, they're like moving for jobs and stuff. But they ended up settling in the Northwest, and they lived in Salem, Oregon. That's like where they kind of permanently settled.
Okay.
Yeah. So just like a very unstable childhood. So I think because of all of this, he like started retreating into his own little fantasy world. I mean, like, teenage boys now, they do that too.
Yeah.
Like escapism. Like,
yeah. I think that's something that's really popular among most kids.
Well, especially millennials, I think they're really, with the technology, they just really get lost in like video games.
The internet and stuff.
Yeah.
It's easy to do.
So I think it's common for teenage boys that are unhappy, but for him, he didn't have all that stuff. So he goes into his own little fantasy world. And it goes some dark places, especially because he hates his mom. He hates women, really. Oh. Because of her.
Right.
So at the age of 5, he is playing at a local junkyard because...
That's what you do.
That's what you do when you're poor and young and bored. And he finds they called it a spike-heeled shoe. I'm just going to say it's a stiletto. Okay. I think he finds a stiletto, and he is, like, immediately enamored with it. Like, he finds it so interesting. So he brings it home and starts playing with it. Like, I don't know if he was what you would do with it, but he was definitely, like, wearing it around the house.
Just the one?
I think so, because it just said 1. Or maybe shoes. Maybe it's 2. Anyway, he finds some heels. He's wearing them around, and his mom catches him.
No.
And her rage is, like, so over the top, because it seems like such an innocent thing, but I think it tapped into that thing of, like, I wanted a girl.
Yeah.
You're wearing girls' shoes. So she takes the shoes and destroys them. And I'm pretty sure, I couldn't find this in my research, but I'm pretty sure I heard it somewhere, like on another podcast, that she made him burn the shoes.
That's so dramatic.
She makes him set the shoes on fire. Which is so over the top. And I feel like for me, this is the moment that solidifies shoes as like a taboo item for him. And then that becomes the center of all of his like fantasies. You know? It's like, oh, this is the thing that, like, I can't have. It's the most forbidden. So they become, like, this, like, sexual object for him. And I think also because, like, women in Hollywood, they're the ones who wear these stilettos. Right. So it's associated with, like, the most feminine, the most glamorous women. So it's, like, the ultimate sex symbol for him are these heels.
That's so weird.
And this is the beginning of his shoe fetish. So he's a big fetishist. So he starts, and this is as a young boy and a teenager.
It's a shame they didn't have kink shaming then.
Oh, we're gonna shame him.
Because we need to kink shame him.
This whole episode is about shaming him because he does some fucked up stuff. We're just starting. So he is a panty raider.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Yeah, as a young boy and a teenager, he starts stealing panties and shoes from like neighbors and like women in the area. Like he'll like pull them off clotheslines and stuff.
Gross.
And his first grade teacher, she had a pair of heels she wore to class, and then she would like keep them under the desk when she didn't want to wear them. And he tried to steal them, and she caught him and then just brushed it off like it was cute. She's like, oh, you can't take those.
She could have stopped all of this, maybe.
Well, I know his mom like was aware of this, and like, I'm sure she just beat him for it, you
Oh,
know?
probably, because she was the devil.
Well, clearly, like, his mom's the one who made this worse. I don't think
I feel like she didn't give him a good, like, life to begin with, and then she just kept making it worse.
The worst part is his dad was around. Like, he had a solid family.
Right.
But, like, the parents just didn't do enough for him. Nobody stepped in they were aware of some of this, and then nobody stepped in.
Well, they're also, like,
it.
outnumbered by children at this point. They have 3 boys. Who's going to take care of the third one?
I don't know anything about the other 2 boys, but, I mean, I think they probably turned out normal.
Oh, probably. Or maybe they'd be...
Well, the mom wasn't, like, mean to them, so...
Clearly chose favorites.
Oh, it's real sad. It's sad in the beginning, like with most serial killers, but then very quickly you stop sympathizing. Okay. So he steals stuff. He just starts hoarding, like, women's shoes and underwear. So at the age of 17, he has a really, like, rich fantasy life, and so eventually, it escalates and he has to act on it. So at the age of 17, he abducts and beats a young woman, threatens to stab her if she doesn't follow his demands. And so he, obviously, like, she escapes alive and reports him. So he gets arrested and sent to a psychiatric ward at the Oregon State Hospital, and he stays there 9 months. So, I mean, he didn't even go to jail for it.
He just went to a psychiatric hospital.
Yeah, I think when he's there, he gets diagnosed as schizophrenic, which I don't think is accurate because I don't think he is, based on everything I've read. And I feel like at that time, they blamed everything on schizophrenia. It was a catch-all.
Yeah, for sure.
They didn't understand
a lot
fetishes.
about mental health back then.
Or fetishes, you know? They were like, oh, he's got all these really twisted fantasies, because he told his shrink there about all these really sick fantasies of, like, hurting women, and they didn't know how to explain it, so they just diagnosed him as schizophrenic.
That's so weird.
Which is not...
That's not at all schizophrenia.
And then they released him. They should have been like, oh, he's dangerous, we need to lock him up.
Medications, maybe.
I mean, they could have done quite a few things.
Yeah, but they didn't. They were just like, oh, okay.
No, they knew about he told them about all this fucked up shit, and then they just released him. And while he was there, they fucking let him, like, do school. He would go to high school during the day and then come back to the hospital at night.
Oh.
So he wasn't even, like, imprisoned there. He was just, like, getting help.
That's weird.
It's like they weren't doing anything.
I don't know if they do that now.
Oh, there really aren't, like, mental hospitals anymore. Really aren't. But anyway, that's all they did for him. So even at 17, it's like the beginning of his violence towards women. Okay, so he graduates high school, and he becomes an electronics technician. So basically, he's an electrician. He gets, like, a decent career, goes out into the world doing his thing.
Becomes an adult.
At 22, he marries a 17-year-old girl. In Mindhunter, they refer to her as Darcy, but in several articles, they called her Ralphine. I don't know if that's her real name, and I don't think it matters because she changed it later anyway.
Oh, I would too.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as she divorced him, she changed it.
Yikes. Yeah.
So, I mean, she makes it. She doesn't die.
Okay, well, that's good.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler. Okay, so he marries this poor girl. We'll call her Darcy, just because it's short, and Ralphine's annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have 2 children, and they get a home together in Salem. So he's, like, living this family life all of a sudden. And he stops, like, attacking women, but it's because he's using his wife to act out his fantasies. So he's really, really controlling, obviously.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
He makes her do the cooking and cleaning while naked or wearing just heels.
What?
Naked with just heels. He makes her do all of this stuff, probably in front of the children, because they're around.
Ugh.
And then he, like, photographs her while she's doing it, so that he can keep the photos and, like, look at them. And he, this is, like,
she was okay with that.
No, but she gets married real young, has kids, like.
Yeah. ugh, maybe you should get to know someone before you get married.
Because there's a lot of red flags here.
You could. Ugh.
I mean, it's kind of kinky, so it's like, you know, today somebody might be like, oh, I'm into that. But it's, for him, it's like, it leads to other things.
Yeah.
That's not the extent of his fantasies.
No.
So for a while, he's just like using her, and he's kind of an amateur photographer. He's really into, he has cameras. He loves taking photographs. And so that's going to come back.
Oh.
That's going to bite him in the ass.
Great.
Yeah. So for a while, that's enough for him. And he's not like attacking random women. But after like a few years together, I think she gets really sick of his behavior. And she's like,
I would too.
Well, eventually she stands up to him and she's like, I'm not going to do that shit anymore. I'm sure the kids are
good for her.
Like too old for it. It's really inappropriate.
Yeah.
She's not turned on by it. I think she's creeped out by a lot of his behavior. And so after she refuses to go along with it, he has to start turning to
murder.
Well, he has to start turning to like other ways to get off and act out these fantasies because they're like very consuming for him. And this is around the time he claims that he started getting really bad headaches and blackouts, which go along with his story after he gets caught, because he says he doesn't remember doing a lot of this, or like it wasn't him. He doesn't think he was there, and it's because he blacked out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's true or if he just made it up, but this is what he claims.
Okay.
Where am I at? Okay, so at their family home, he has some kind of a garage. I'm not sure if it's like a garage attached to the house or if it's like a separate building, because I read both. But it's some kind of a separate room, and he decides this is his special room, and he like changes the locks to it. He's the only one with a key. Nobody can go in or out but him.
Nope.
And he sets up an intercom so that people have to like talk to him through the intercom, or they can't talk to him while he's in the room because he spends so much time in there.
No thanks.
And he starts once again collecting women's shoes and underwear and hoarding them in this garage. Ew. And this is where he like starts like doing all his fantasy stuff. Real creepy.
Gross.
So his first known murder is a girl named Linda Slauson in 1968. She was 19 and she was an encyclopedia salesman. So, I mean, it was 68. They didn't know better.
It was encyclopedia salesman. Ugh. Imagine if one of those came to your door today.
You're like, no, thank you.
Excuse me, salesperson.
Sorry. We don't buy.
Fucking misogynist.
We don't have the money to buy anything, so.
Yeah, exactly. Who needs encyclopedias when you have the internet?
For real. Okay, so she's selling encyclopedias door to door, and she just randomly goes to his house, and nobody else is home but him. So for him, this is the perfect opportunity.
Right. He needs some encyclopedias.
Yeah.
Also needs to murder.
I don't know if he intended to murder her, but he definitely wanted to do some bad shit. So he invites her in, saying he's interested, he wants to buy them, come in, sit down, talk. So she walks in, he hits her over the head, and then strangles her, and he strangles her to death. So I don't know if he just intended to like choke her out and assault her, but he kills her. And then he puts the body in his secret garage, and he keeps it for quite a while. So he like dresses her up in, you know, the underwear and the shoes.
No.
He dresses up the bodies. He takes photographs of them, he poses them, you know. So it's like, his idea of like sex and glamour, he's like creating it and then photographing it so he can keep it for later.
Ew.
He's a
what
sicko.
A weirdo.
We're shaming.
He deserves to be shamed.
Oh yeah.
For days.
I don't think that I don't know if he assaulted her body with this girl. I think that's an escalation for later. But he definitely, as part of his shoe fetish, before he got rid of the body, he cut off one of her feet and kept it in a freezer in the garage so that he could take it out and he could put the shoes on it that he collected.
Ugh.
So he would have like a human foot for the shoes.
That's, ugh.
Sicko.
What a weirdo.
It's bad. This is a bad one.
Ugh.
Oh,
Ugh.
oh Salem. We raised him.
Oh, 60s.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay, so she's his first girl. And then the second girl is named Karen's... Oh, he dumps Linda's body in the Willamette River. And I don't think he did anything to weigh her down, but he just, like, dumped it in the river. Second victim is Karen Sprinker, 19. So he started hunting, in a way, because the first girl came to him kind of on accident, and then he realized he wanted to start hunting girls down. So he starts trolling, like, parking garages. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, creepy. They're already creepy.
Parking garages are terrifying. People are always going too fast. Like, whenever I bring my mom coffee at work, the hospital parking lot, like, it's terrifying. And then you go into the parking garage. People are driving too fast. There's children everywhere.
It's so dangerous.
It is. Like, it's a good thing I'm at a hospital right now. Like, I'm gonna get hit.
When I go to parking garages, I walk fast to my car. I keep my key, like,
I
ready
park
to
on
stab.
the first level. Because I'm gonna get lost in the parking garage, probably.
I mean, I park anywhere, but wherever there's a spot.
I just try to avoid parking garages.
I have to, because I go to school in Portland, I have to park
in one.
And the one I park in, sometimes I have to park on the bottom level, because that's the only place with spots. And then at the end of the night, I have to walk to the very bottom level, all alone.
I remember once when I was a kid, there was like this thing on the news about people hiding under cars at like the Lloyd Center parking garage.
That's where he was at.
Oh my gosh.
The Lloyd Center. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He picked girls up from the Lloyd Center.
My mom and I used to go there all the time, and I was always terrified of the parking garage.
And this is the proof that you should be.
Yeah. Okay. Don't go to Lloyd Center.
Oh my god. I'm not even surprised, because it's Lloyd Center.
It's Lloyd Center. That's like, kind of one of the worst malls in Portland.
Honestly, I think like it probably used to be nicer.
Yeah, it for sure did.
Now it's people die there like all the time.
Yeah.
Your car gets broken into.
Now
I swear to God, I keep hearing about people getting murdered at the Lloyd Center.
Like all the time.
Like
daily.
And like enough to be concerning. That doesn't happen in our mall. Come on.
Not yet.
Ugh.
There's a bus station right at our mall now.
We're getting there.
Yeah, it'll be there eventually.
Okay, so, and this is the worst part. He also liked to dress up in women's clothing. Now, he's a big dude. So imagine that. Like, he would wear, like, I think dresses and heels. So he's, like, wandering this parking lot, dressed in drag.
That is concerning.
Like, approaching women and then trying to attack them. So horrifying.
A nightmare.
The image alone.
A literal nightmare.
Okay, so he abducts her at gunpoint, dressed in women's clothing, and then he brings her back to his house, puts her in his garage, and then this is while she's alive. He makes her try on his collection of underwear and shoes, and then poses while he photographs her. And, you know, she's doing it because it's like, I have to do what he says.
Yeah, because she doesn't want to get murdered.
Maybe he'll let me go.
They never do.
But he doesn't. It's so sad. So he rapes her while she's alive and then strangles her. And then he hangs her by her neck from a pulley. And I think with some of these girls, that's how they died. Was he would keep them tied up on this pulley and like assault them and stuff. And then when he was tired of them, he would just pull it up a little bit higher.
No.
And then they would strangle to death. They would like hang.
So bad.
Oh God.
No,
It's
thanks.
so sad. So after she was dead, he had sex with the body on several occasions, cuts off her breasts, and makes plastic molds of them, which he keeps. We're kink shaming. We're shaming.
No, why?
It's gross. So he keeps. These are some of his like trophies that he keeps in his murder garage.
What a loser.
I know.
My God.
Come on, like, I hope his wife was not sleeping with him, because can you imagine?
Oh no.
He's like fucking corpses.
He's gross.
He's disgusting.
You need to stay 10,000 miles away from him at all times.
Well, and he kept some of these girls in the garage for like a while.
How could you not smell the decomposition from the dead bodies.
I mean, he only kept them until they started to smell, and then he got rid of them.
Oh.
You know? And so it's like, sometimes he kept them in there for like a week or so, and they were alive, and sometimes they were dead. But, I mean, he would like leave and go eat dinner with his family.
Okay, if your husband
and then come back.
has like a locked garage that only he can get into, and you have to talk to him through an intercom, like, that's a little much.
Red
like
flag.
No.
You know that she was creeped out.
Oh, she had to have been.
I mean,
but she probably wasn't able to leave.
No, it's like, you know, he's the money maker.
Yeah.
She's the wife. She has to stay. It's real sad for her.
The 60s and 70s need to go to jail.
Yeah. Like, thank God he's in jail. Like,
well, he's dead now.
Well, he's dead now, but
yeah.
He was in jail for so long.
Good.
Okay, so when he's done with her, after he makes the titty molds, he ties the body up to a 6-cylinder car engine with like this nylon cord, and that's like, he like uses that multiple times. And then he throws her into the Willamette River. It's a section of the Willamette called the Long Tom River. It's just like a tributary of it. Oh. But that's where he like dumps all the bodies. That's his little spot.
Yikes.
Next victim, Jan Whitney, 23. Her car breaks down on I-5 between Salem and Albany in Oregon. And he picks her up. She goes with him because he offers to, he's a guy. He knows how to fix shit. She's a girl by herself. Car's broken down. He's like,
nightmare. I
can fix your engine, but I don't have the tools. I got to go home and grab them. Come with me. So she gets in the car. He's like, I'm going to run in real quick, grab the tools, and then we'll head back to your car.
No.
You know? He looks like fucking John Goodman, like a happy ass guy. It's like
I don't think he looked like John Goodman, but the guy who played him.
I think in real life he looked like a big jolly dude.
Would you get in the car with John Goodman?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Chill.
Even if he was gonna kill me.
What a way to go.
I know.
John Goodman.
Oh, for real. So, poor girl, he goes inside to get this stuff. He comes back, and instead of getting in the front seat, he opens the door behind her, gets in, and then strangles her from behind with a rope.
No.
Oh, it's real sad.
This is why you don't get in cars with men. Strangers.
Oh,
just
for
stay,
sure.
Just stay on the highway and call AAA. That's what you do.
He raped her. I think he raped her in the car, because he raped her after she was dead. Family vehicle.
Ew.
Other people rode in that car.
Gross.
Disgusting.
Jerry, you're the worst.
Oh, he's a sick
we
guy.
should contact him through a Ouija board and kink shame him.
No. This is the last guy I want to contact. Okay, so he keeps her body in the garage on a pulley for several days, dresses her, photographs her, rapes her, cuts off one of her breasts and makes a resin mold of it, and then he uses it as a paperweight. And I think he kept it in the house, because I'm pretty sure when they raided the house, it was like on the mantle or whatever, and they took it as evidence.
What?
Yeah. I don't know how his wife, I think she just knew he was like kind of freaky, you know? So she was like, oh, just had to get that boob mold. Found it at the thrift store. And
found it at the Goodwill down the street.
Even that's like, oh God, who donated that?
Yeah.
I mean, so many red flags. So, I think he does the same thing. No, he ties her to a piece of railroad iron and then throws her in the Willamette River, along with Slosson's foot, because by now it was like rotting.
Ew.
He couldn't keep it anymore. The freezer wasn't enough. So dumps both those in the Willamette again. Next is Sharon Wood, 24. He attempts to abduct her at gunpoint from the basement floor of a car park in Portland.
Stay out of those parking garages.
Dangerous. But she got away because he was being creepy, and she like booked it, right?
Good.
So immediately, that was April 21st, he fails, so he has to try again. Right away. So the next day, tries the same thing again with a Gloria Smith, fails again.
Good.
So now he's escalating. So the day after that, April 23rd, this is all in
oh jeez.
This is 69, early 69.
Oh, and 69 was bad. That was the same year that the Manson murders happened.
Yeah, they were like same time period.
Yeah.
So Linda Salee, Salee, 22. Poor girl. These girls are all our age. It's really sad.
I know. That is so sad.
Oh, So he abducts her from a shopping mall car park once again. That's his thing. Brings her to his garage, rapes her, strangles her, plays with her dead corpse.
No.
He decides not to cut her breasts off because they were
good.
too pink. I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
He didn't like them.
I don't want to know what that means.
He didn't like them. So he didn't cut them off.
So
Disgusting.
Can you really afford to be judgmental when you're murdering people?
How picky can you be? Like,
if you see any large man frequenting a mall parking lot, just stay away from him.
I want to know if he was dressed in drag every time because, oh my god.
Did he go to a different mall every time, do you think?
I
There's
don't
not many malls in this area.
I mean,
probably not back then.
I think he just kept doing the same one because it worked a couple times. So why not? That's his hunting ground. So,
Gross.
oh god. He's escalating again, so he decides to hook like an electrical current up to the body and shock her to try to make the body jump.
What?
He wants her to like move around after she's dead.
No.
It doesn't work.
Good.
Because she's fucking dead. I mean, obviously.
Good.
So he ties the body up to another car engine with the same nylon cord and then throws it in the Willamette. Yeah. I think he's just got like patterns going that work for him.
It's not very adventurous, is he?
No, but he's like, he's got his thing. It works for him, whatever.
All right, yeah. It's getting away with it.
So around this time in 1969, in May, a fisherman finds the bodies of Sally and Springer in the Long Tom River. So now they've like discovered the bodies. They're starting to like kind of drag the river. They're trying to find more. And I think at this point they haven't connected them, that all these girls going missing and these bodies, it's like a serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't connected it yet. But they're starting to ask around. So they ask students at a nearby campus. It's OSU. So they start asking girls in the dorms at OSU if they've seen anything suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of them had like a weird, she had a weird guy who she went on a date with once.
Mm-hmm.
I think he put up an ad.
What?
As like, I'm like looking for a lady, and she like called him and they had like a really fucking weird conversation. He said he was a lonely Vietnam veteran looking for a date.
No, red flags.
And on the date, he was super weird. Like he asked her, how'd you know I was gonna like be a nice guy and not kill you and throw you in the river like those girls?
She doesn't.
He kept talking about the dead girls.
No.
Because they had just found them. Yeah. So he was just like joking around like, hey, like I could have been a murderer. Ha ha ha.
That's not funny.
Freaked her the fuck out.
Yeah.
So she like dipped. And then he like called her several times, but she like wouldn't go out with him again. So she mentioned this to the police, and they were like, hey, if he calls again, you fucking like get his info. So he called again, and she did. She gave his like name and address to the police.
Good.
And he used his real name. So not smart. Not even like, same thing with Ted.
Like, it's so easy just to think of a different generic name.
I know. So they like call him in for questioning, and he seems really nice. They initially are like, oh, he didn't do it. He's just like a normal guy. Mm-hmm. He gives his real name. He gives a fake address to the police, but they already have like his info. So they know it's fake, and then that's the red flag. So that's where they like get the warrant. They go search his house and his garage. Mm-hmm. In his garage, they find copper wire, nylon rope, and photographs of the dead women.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. They get all they get like the like boob molds.
Ew.
They get all the stuff.
Gross.
Yeah. And the most damning piece of evidence is in one of the photographs. He has one of the dead bodies laying on a mirror, and he's standing over it taking the photo, so he gets himself in the photo.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
Ew.
Dumbass.
I know.
Dumbass. So it's like, he did it. He 100% did it. He's clearly the murderer. So June 28th, 1969, he pleads guilty to 3 first-degree murders, and he's sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences.
Yay.
Round of applause.
Woo.
For the justice system.
Finally.
Sad fact, he confesses to Slauson's murder. Linda Slauson. But he was never tried or convicted for it because he didn't have any photographs of the body. He hadn't started doing that yet.
That's upsetting.
And they found Whitney's body a month after his conviction. So, because he told them like where he had dumped the body, but they didn't find it until later. Yeah. He was incarcerated for a long ass time.
Good.
Yeah. While he was in prison, he still collected like women's shoe catalogs because you can like write and subscribe to them from prison,
right?
And then you can keep them in your cell. He just had like piles and piles of shoe catalogs.
Did he have his own cell or did he share his cell?
I don't know. He's a big enough guy that I don't think anyone fucked with him, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's big and he's scary and he killed people, so. But he kept all these shoes and he said it was like his porn collection.
Gross.
I know.
It's so weird.
King shaming.
God.
Yeah. Why? He lodged like 1 million appeals to try to like get out of his sentence. And he claimed that like the photographs of him were like fake and yeah, he just said all this crazy shit.
How do you
like
fake photographs from back then?
No, I mean the parole board told him in 95, they're like, you'll never get out. Like, we will never let you out.
No.
So I think eventually he stopped trying. His wife officially divorced him in 1970, and she changed her name.
Good.
And dipped.
Good.
I put LOL on the paper.
I wonder, like, what his children are.
Oh, I feel so bad.
I hope they're okay.
You know what? By all accounts, he was a decent dad. His wife was a decent mom.
Okay, good.
Those kids are probably fine.
Good. They're just a little traumatized.
They're traumatized by this.
Father troubles, maybe.
After they learned that people were in their garage.
Oh my god, your childhood is a lie.
While they were eating dinner.
Gross.
Fucked up. No more appetite. I'd never eat again.
No.
So he was in prison until March 2006. He served 37 years. And he was the longest incarcerated inmate in the Oregon Department of Corrections.
Good.
Yeah. He was, I think there's been longer people now, but at the time he was like the longest ever incarcerated. And he died of liver cancer. So.
Good.
Fuck him. Fuck
Glad you're dead.
No sympathy.
No, you deserve to die.
Yeah.
That's Jerry Brudos.
Real dark, man.
Good time.
So that's my that's my creepy Northwest thing for this week.
What a bummer. I like, we call this the Northwest Mystery Show, but a lot of these aren't mysteries. They're solved.
I mean,
solved and unsolved.
It's just the name. We're just doing like dark, creepy stuff in the Northwest, and that was the most generic name we could come up with.
There's a lot in the Northwest.
There's a lot of serial killers here, and I feel like people who listen to this are people who are into serial killers and murder. So,
or maybe they're not.
I mean, we are.
We are. I know we are.
And it's our podcast.
Yay.
So we do what we want.
I do whatever I want.
You don't have to listen, but please do.
Please listen. I mean, how are they gonna? I don't know.
I mean, I hope that we like tell people some cool shit.
Yeah.
That they didn't know before.
Yeah. But the one thing that we don't want to do is encourage you to move here.
Don't move here.
Don't move here.
I'm moving away.
Okay, so I don't know if you noticed, like, have I told you this? I tutor a small child now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Haley.
Yeah.
You're teaching the youth of America?
I'm teaching the youth of America.
The youths.
One of the youth.
Utes. Just a T. No H.
No H.
Ute.
Ute.
He's a Ute.
He's a Ute. His name is George.
Oh,
he's Vietnamese.
How old is he?
He is 7, but he's in kindergarten.
Oh my god.
Yeah, his mom cuts my hair.
Precious.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you tutor him on?
Reading. We read Dr. Seuss.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's great. It's fun. But I went there Friday night, and when I was leaving, there was traffic. And not like, normally when there's traffic in this area, it's because there's like a car accident or something.
You're tutoring him in Vancouver?
Yeah, in Vancouver. I live in Ridgefield. I was driving to Vancouver.
Okay.
There was traffic in between Ridgefield and Salmon Creek. There's never traffic unless there's like a lane closed for construction or a car accident. There was neither. There was just traffic because there was a lot of people on the road.
It took me an hour and a half to get home the other day from downtown Vancouver to my house on the other side of Vancouver,
So upset.
It takes me 30 minutes, and it took me an hour and a half. Because there was one wreck on the side of the road.
It's so upsetting.
Not blocking traffic.
No, there's so many people in this area, and we're not built for it at all.
No, we're just not. There's too many. The highways aren't made to handle that much traffic.
No,
we only have 2 bridges across the Columbia.
We need another one. And wasn't like a few years ago?
We need 2 more. We need one here to Troutdale, Camas, Washougal to Troutdale.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need another one over here from like the St. John's area over to Philida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something there.
A few years ago, wasn't there like a bill for a new bridge, but everyone turned it down because they didn't want a toll bridge?
Oh, no, I think it passed. I think I'm pretty sure it passed.
I don't know.
I think it got voted down a few years ago.
No, I think recently there was a new one.
Good.
No, it passed.
Good.
They're going to do...
Because we need a new one.
The only way to pay for a new bridge is to make a toll
bridge.
Yeah. They're going to do a toll on the fucking Glen Jackson. Do you know how much that's going to, like, slow up
That really
traffic?
doesn't make any sense to put a toll on a bridge you've already paid for.
Yeah,
to pay for another bridge.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You put the toll on the bridge that's pre-made. It's a lot of nonsense, and they're doing some town halls in Oregon about it, and people from Vancouver are able to go there and speak, which is nice. But no, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I think it's going to make
like
traffic worse on that bridge.
Yeah, I feel like this area is just so... I don't know. It's so not...
overpopulated.
It really is.
I mean, between like Portlandia and just like this weird fascination with the Northwest
there's
right now.
so many TV shows filming here now.
Everyone wants to move here.
Yeah, please stop.
We don't want you.
Please. I just want to go somewhere and not have it take 45 minutes, but normally takes like 20.
It's the fact that it's spilled over into Vancouver.
Yeah, because Vancouver's cheaper than Portland.
Yeah.
But it's still expensive enough that I can't move out because it's...
Oh, no.
It's so crazy.
I have to move out and move straight to Idaho because
that's all you can afford is Idaho.
Because I don't want 4 roommates and I don't want to pay...
I want 0 roommates.
Like $1,200 a month.
No.
That's fucking insane.
No, to live in a really crappy apartment.
Yeah.
No thanks.
My dad lives in like a converted garage in Hazeldale. He lives like right around the corner from here.
You showed me.
Yeah. It's a converted garage. It's fucking tiny.
It's so small.
It's got a tiny ass downstairs and then a little loft
so small.
where the bedroom is, and it's just the bedroom. Like there's nothing else up there.
It reminds me of like one of those tiny houses that you see on HGTV
it's literally
that are fun and trendy.
It's the square footage of a tiny house.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get $600 a month
any
for
of the
it.
glorification of it.
$600 a month.
That's so much for that.
It's ridiculous. You just can't live here.
So please stop moving here.
This is our complaining corner.
Yeah.
Where we complain.
We're just going to be bitter this
You
once.
can move up to Longview. It's still affordable up there.
But Longview is so gross.
Far.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
Nobody wants to live
Longview,
there.
Kelso is... They have a Panera.
They have everything there. It's sprawled out. It's like what Vancouver used to be.
Yeah.
Panera doesn't do it for me.
No. They have a really crappy mall and a really crappy Target.
You're moving to Idaho. You have no room.
But it's a college town. They got like fun college stuff.
That's worse.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
there's
kind of is.
because
Drug town, college town.
there's so many
Same thing.
There's so many college kids in the town that they still just like walk across the streets, not even in the crosswalks. It's just like Portland.
If you get hit by a car, you don't have to pay your student loans.
Oh, they're all like, fucking do it, man. They don't care.
Dare you? I know. I want to get hit by a car.
And I'm like honking at them, and I'm like revving my engine.
Hey,
like,
just remember, it's always better to get hit by a car than to hit someone with your car.
that's true.
Because you don't want to be the guy that hit someone with your car. You want to be the one that got hit by a car. Because you either die or you get a bunch of money.
Either way.
And then if you hit someone with your car, you murdered someone or you have to pay a lot of money.
Anthony got hit by another car in his car, and he's getting like $30,000
Great.
because he almost died.
I got hit by a car and I didn't almost die.
He almost died, and
no money.
I didn't know. He wouldn't tell me.
How long ago was this?
It like almost a year ago now.
Oh.
It's that he hasn't gotten the money because it's like,
Weird.
you know, when it's like that much money, they take
It's like
forever.
insurance companies, yeah.
Yeah, they're like fighting it to death. They'll drag it out.
Oh, they will.
Just to make him like
Oh, I
give
know.
up. But he's like, no, I need that money.
Yeah.
I got student loans.
I almost died.
They've underestimated like how much we need that money.
Oh yeah, college is expensive.
Man, we're poor.
Yeah.
That's like my dream is to like
To get hit by a car?
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
While in another car, so maybe I don't die.
And
You guys are gross.
this is the millennial way.
This is the millennial corner.
I'm just gonna die to get out of having to do things and pay for things.
We're so lazy.
Oh, I
Instead,
know.
you should just do things and then get paid for it.
I mean, I do a lot of things.
You know,
and I
we're
get
doing
paid
this
for it.
podcast. We're not getting paid for it, but maybe
Maybe someday you could.
Maybe.
You're doing a thing.
We are doing a thing.
this is.
I'm proud of us for doing a thing.
I know we don't do a lot.
We don't.
In this new digital age, you don't have to work a 9 to 5 to have a career.
I agree
That
with
is
that.
true. That's kind of nice, though.
I think if you make stuff, you can sell it online now.
Yeah.
You're not limited to like markets and shops.
So many things.
Honestly, you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
With the internet right now. So
You just have to do things and not be lazy, which
I mean, if you're
is
real,
something I'm currently working on.
if you're real hard up and your morals are low, webcams. Well, what? Make that money.
Yeah, governments are already watching us.
I mean, I'm not even king shaming that. Like, if you want to do that, you make that money.
Make that money. I know.
I'm not here
I'm
to
not-
judge.
No.
I'm not gonna do it,
No.
but I don't care if other people do.
Do whatever. Make that money.
I know.
Make it rain.
I've heard people like shit on that, and it's like, man,
Why?
it's hard to.
Why?
Every job now pays like minimum wage.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta make extra money
Yeah,
somehow.
and if you're comfortable doing that, good for you.
yeah, like
Make that money.
own your sexuality.
Yeah.
Make people pay to watch you.
I know.
But even
know
when you
your
do,
worth.
you still have to do work.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
true.
if you're
It's
going
hard
to live
work.
off of it,
Yeah.
you're going to put in the time.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't matter what you do. As long as you put in the work, you can
Yeah.
make money.
Exactly.
You don't have to put in the work to a 9 to 5, which used to be like the only way. And that's
Yeah.
cool. Now there's just so many more opportunities, but you still do have to work.
Do you think Dolly Parton's going to make a song about that? Like she did 9 to 5?
Called
Working whenever I want.
Working on the webcam.
day drinking in the morning.
Day drinking at the Red Lobster.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's
Goals.
write Dolly Parton with a new song.
Yes. Day drinking at the Red Lobster.
She'll send us a cease and desist letter.
Could you imagine getting a cease and desist letter from Dolly Parton?
I think Anthony got one from like Fox
Dolly Parton?
or
Oh.
no, he pitched like a couple movies to them and they were like, don't contact us again.
What were they?
They were like spoofs for Top Gun.
Great.
It was like a prequel and a sequel, and,
Oh my gosh. That is amazing.
and they were like, don't ever contact us again.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
That's a life goal of mine now because
To get a cease and desist letter?
yes,
Yes.
yeah.
I have so many terrible ideas for things.
I should not say this, but one
Do
of
it.
his friends, Dan. Dan, I don't really talk, so it's
Maybe
okay.
his name isn't Dan.
It is.
Okay.
We don't get along, so I don't.
Oh,
give a
okay.
fuck.
You don't care what happens to him.
No, he's like in love with what's her head? Super hot redhead. She's in
Alicia Witt.
Big Lebowski.
Oh,
Julianne Moore.
Yes.
He's in love with Julianne Moore, and he writes
Maude.
her. Yeah, he writes her love letters like all the time.
Yes.
He just sends them to like whatever her thing is.
Oh my gosh, should I start writing letters to Jeff Bridges?
Honestly, yeah. No, I think it's like really funny that he does that. He just
That
writes
is
her like
so funny.
love letters all the time.
Oh my gosh.
And so far, she hasn't been like, "Don't contact me." You
We
creep."
should each pick one person and write a letter to them.
Yes. Mine's gonna be like someone in jail, probably.
Okay, mine's gonna be, I don't know.
Maybe Jeff Bridges.
Maybe Jeff Bridges. I loved him in The Vanishing.
I haven't seen that.
It's so good. It's
Is
set in the Northwest. It was filmed at a gas station in Mossy Rock.
Oh my
It
god.
has Kiefer Sutherland in it, Sandra Bullock, who goes missing. She
No,
vanishes.
I think my dad's been to that gas station.
I've been to that
My
gas
dad
station.
has like favorite gas stations.
My friend Alyssa and I are going to go to that gas station on purpose over the summer.
Because they filmed it there?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, let's take a fucking road trip there.
Yes, let's
Yeah.
do it. The three of us, because
Yeah.
she's also into murder, so.
Oh, well, let's have her as like a guest on here. Get her to
Yes.
send in some creepy stories,
I
man.
will.
I'm sure
she goes to Central, okay?
I'm sure she has stuff.
She has to have stuff. There's nothing in Ellensburg.
That girl you work with at Starbucks has a story
Tiffany,
for us.
yes.
Give her our email and
I
have
will.
her send it in.
I will. I'll just start harassing everyone at work.
Oh, I've harassed all my friends.
Yeah.
And I will
should start
continue.
doing it. I should probably tell my parents. I haven't told them.
I asked my mom not to listen.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Because I swear sometimes.
Oh, no.
You don't swear a lot, so...
I don't swear a lot in my day-to-day life.
I do. It started in middle school, and it's only gotten worse. Yeah. Now it's like, it's hard for me to like...
To not
to
swear.
monitor it.
Yeah.
Because I just like to say fuck a lot.
Sometimes I call people bitch, and then I start calling too many people bitch, and then I'm at work.
I say shit a lot.
Really?
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Feel
It works
that
for
on a personal
everything.
level, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I feel about everything. I don't want to do things. I
No.
want to not do things.
Fuck all the shit. Tell me your story.
Are you
this
ready
week. I am.
to learn about some more ghosts?
Yes! We
Okay.
don't... I feel like we don't do enough ghosts, but it's
I know.
so Scooby-Doo. Like,
I love ghosts.
we need haunted stuff.
And some ghosts are just old men trying to scare you for their money.
I don't
That-
need haunted stuff, like, in my life, but I want to hear about other people's hauntings.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do if there was a ghost in my life. I would hope that it was like a friendly ghost, or one that would want to maybe do some dishes.
I know for
do
me
some
that
laundry.
mine would be, like, a demon. It would be, like, trying to kill me.
Oh, for sure.
Because I've seen so many horror movies that they're like, oh, this girl.
Time to die.
She doesn't get, like, a nice ghost. She gets
No.
the worst.
She gets the worst ghost there is. Okay.
Goes straight to murder.
It's trying to possess you.
Oh, that's my worst fear.
Okay, have you ever heard of Nathan For You?
No.
Okay, well, it's the show on Comedy Central. It's this guy named Nathan Fielder, and he just comes up with all these different ideas to help businesses out. And there's one called Ghost Realtor. And so basically he teams up with this realtor who's having trouble selling houses, and he's like, look, if you can prove that these houses are like ghost free, you can advertise it, then you'll get more people to buy houses from you. So he has like this guy come in and do an exorcism from this house. I'll send you the video. It's great.
Oh,
It's so funny.
let's look this up as soon as this is over.
Yes, I'll show you. It's fantastic.
That's actually really necessary because I would assume any house I'm buying is
Especially
haunted
if it's old.
right off the bat.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's haunted.
Well, I don't also like, there's this really pretentious part of me that doesn't want like a new house. I want to live in like an older, really cool house.
A house with character.
Yeah, well, especially since where I live, it's all suburbs now.
I think it's because we were raised
And-
in the suburbs.
Yeah.
They're
well,
all
and,
cookie
like,
cutter.
my house isn't like new, but it also isn't old. So it's kind of just like, I don't know.
Boring.
Yeah. I want to live somewhere that's like possibly haunted, but not haunted. It
Just
just looks like it could be.
we're just gonna cleanse it day one.
just sage
Smudge that shit.
for days. Okay.
We'll have a sage cleansing party when
And
you
then-
move in.
And then go get day drunk at the Red Lobster because I'm
Yes.
obsessed with that for some reason.
If that's not friendship, I don't know what is.
I don't know what. I don't think.
You don't think that's friendship?
Well, I'm just like, if you can't go get day drunk with someone, then you're not.
Oh, that's like
You're
how
not
that's the
friends.
test.
Yeah. Great.
We're gonna
real friends.
we're gonna
That's
test
the
it
ultimate
now.
friendship test. We don't need a BuzzFeed
What if
quiz.
our friendship doesn't survive?
What if we just get really mean when we're drunk?
We just hate each other.
Yeah. There can only be one.
What if we're just like a disaster? We're both just like falling down drunk.
And none of us.
We
none
can't
of
get
us. There's
home.
only two of us. Yeah. We can't call an Uber. 'Cause neither of us has the Uber app.
I
We
don't have it.
My mom, when we went to Los Angeles, she like the entire time she's like, "Oh, Uber is great." And I'm like, "I'm terrified. I've never used an Uber before."
I've never used the app, and I always hear the horror stories about.
My parents got one in Las Vegas, and it was off the strip. So it was at like this Albertsons off the strip, and
Oh,
my dad got in,
sketch.
and he was like, "Drive, go." And the lady was like,
She just like
"What?"
floors it.
Like they had like robbed the Albertsons.
No, I
They
did.
didn't, but
One day I did get like blackout drunk at a bar in Portland, and I had to get like escorted into an Uber and sent home
amazing.
with my friend who was also drunk, but she had the app, so she called us an Uber. She was like more coherent than me,
Yeah, I've never used Uber before.
and that was when I realized like, oh, I should have the app if I go drinking in public,
Yeah,
and I've just stopped drinking in public.
we'll work it out.
I drink at home alone. Like
We'll get. Does Red Lobster do takeout?
they don't let you take the drinks.
Oh, I meant like
Can we sneak in like a plastic cup and like pour it in.
I was just thinking, like, we'll just get, like, their food, and then we'll get day drunk. But I'm not there for food. I'm there for...
We're there for the drinks, man.
And the cheese biscuits.
No, we had my birthday celebration at Red Lobster. It's too much.
It is way too much.
Haley, we're too poor for it.
Are you sure?
My
Olive Garden.
my lobster mac was $30.
Ew. Okay, we'll just go to the Applebee's.
We're going to Applebee's, man. I got gift cards.
You do?
I might still have one.
Oh my gosh. Even better.
You couldn't pay me to go there.
Oh, their food
Applebee's is the worst.
shit.
No, we're just gonna get drunk. We're
Their
not gonna
food is.
eat.
We're getting like fries.
Their food is reheated in the microwave.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
It's so bad.
We're just getting fries and drinks.
What?
Nothing.
Oh,
Okay, tell me your thing.
So, have you ever heard of the Slocum House?
I feel
I got
like
married there.
You did?
I got married in the Slocum
What?
house.
yes.
Great.
Is
Oh
it
my
haunted?
gosh. Did
Was
you
there-
see any ghosts?
We saw. You can go throughout the whole thing, and you see the servants' stairways,
Oh my gosh.
quote unquote.
Uh-huh.
Can you pull up some photos of this?
Oh yeah.
I feel
Of
like
my wedding, sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
sure.
photos of your wedding.
Great.
I feel like I have heard about it or been there.
I've seen it. Now that when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I've seen this. So it was built in the 1870s by Laura and Charles Slocum. The house is really big. It has a lot of rooms because they wanted to have several children, and they never did. Because I don't think that they could have children.
Is this in Vancouver?
It's in Vancouver. It's in a different spot than it was when it was first built. And it was moved in 1966. And for a while, it was used as a theater. You can get married there now. And it was used as office space.
It's currently a art gallery.
An art
That
gallery.
You can rent space to do things.
Yeah, it's really big. You can do a lot of different things there.
Is this down by the waterfront, kind of?
Do you know where Esther Short Park is?
Yeah.
It's in
It's-
Esther Short
Yeah,
Park.
it's there. It's
It's
connected.
it's the building on the southwest corner.
I feel like I've been there for another wedding.
Yeah, you've probably it's interesting. So the first time that the house was like haunted, that they were like, oh, it's haunted, was in 2000 when a full-time caretaker was staying at an apartment there that's like in the house, and he saw curtains billowing in one of the women's costume room. This was when it was used as a theater, and he was taking a bath. He had the door open because he was the only one there, and so he was like
Dream.
taking a bath in a haunted house.
Yes.
But he didn't know that there was no windows in the women's costumes room, so when he saw the costumes moving, he thought that those were like curtains and there was a draft.
Oh shit.
So when he said something to his sister Rebecca, she was like, there's no windows in that room. You probably saw Laura looking through all the costumes.
Gorgeous molding.
Oh,
around
wow,
the
yeah,
windows. Nice chandeliers.
See all the pictures around? Those are from the art gallery.
Nice curtains.
But if you look straight up from there, there's piping that's painted but like not covered.
Oh.
This is-
Interesting.
A gorgeous house.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that original hardwood? Because oh my God.
Original hardwood.
It might
I
be
mean,
'cause
probably. It looks old.
it doesn't. Yeah.
So the second ghost that those two caretakers saw was in the basement of the house, which was not originally there when it was built. It was put there later, and Rebecca, the caretaker's sister, was down there looking for shoes and a purse for a play, and she saw something move out of the corner of her eye.
Nope.
And when she looked, she saw nothing. And so she was like, oh, maybe it's a rat or something. But it was too big and like too high up to be a rat. So she was like, oh, whatever. So then she left and she came back. And when she turned on the light in the basement, she saw something move into the corner of the room behind some furniture.
No.
Yeah. And she was like, oh, that's really weird.
What if it was just like a hobo?
Well, see, she had seen enough like horror movies that she knew not to go look for it.
Smart girl.
Yeah, and she felt like it wasn't there anymore, but she felt like she was being watched, and she felt like this like menacing like glare. So she like later days booked it out of there.
Got the fuck out.
She was like, oh, maybe it was like Charles Slocum. I don't know. He doesn't seem like he was a sketchy guy because he worked at the Vancouver barracks,
Okay.
and then he owned a bunch of like stores in town.
Okay.
So he was just this guy that
normal.
had like a lot of money. He didn't have kids. People have also reported seeing the ghost of Laura Slocum at like child's plays, or like whenever there's children present, because she wanted to have kids but she could never have kids.
Like on American Horror Story, Murder House.
Yeah, that's the best season.
Oh, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
We'll
I
fight.
like it.
We'll fight later.
Okay. That's also the only season I've watched all the way through.
Coven, all the way.
Okay, maybe.
Witches
I mean,
in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't get through that season.
That was the year that witches were really big, like kind of trendy in a way, and my sister and I were like really into it.
You know what the best episode is?
What?
Devil's Night, with all the serial killers. They go to the hotel.
Which season?
The hotel season.
The hotel. Oh, I haven't
Season
seen any.
Just
of
watch that one
I
episode.
forgot that one exists.
It's so great.
Lady Gaga's in it. I should watch it.
Yeah, she's in that episode too.
Is she in a lot of the season?
I don't know.
I think so.
I haven't watched that entire season. I just watched that one episode because someone told me to watch it. I think Alyssa told me to watch it.
When it gets close to Halloween, let's like binge a couple of those seasons together.
Yes. Okay.
Friendship.
Yay. And then we'll go to Red Lobster.
Yes.
We'll get day drunk. It's all gonna come back around.
It all comes back.
Sponsor us, Red Lobster.
Please.
Send us some gift cards.
We'll read some advertisements for Red Lobster.
Yeah, why not?
Applebee's.
I won't
Okay.
read. No, that's where I draw the line. Maybe Olive Garden.
Everyone's saying
Maybe
no.
the Old Spaghetti
Not
Factory.
on my network.
I'm okay with Old Spaghetti Factory.
Spaghetti Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take some free ravioli
Fuck yeah.
to read some advertisements. I'm not above it.
We're not above most things.
Yeah, that is true. Anything for free money or ravioli, really.
That's our price.
Yeah. Okay, where was I? Okay, so the plot of land that the house was moved to in 1966 used to be owned by Amos and Esther Short.
Okay.
That's where the name Esther Short Park comes from. And they lived there, Amos and Esther, in 1948, I believe. They had a small cabin and a farm. And then in 1950, Amos got into a fight with some British people. That's all it said. There was like, I looked on several different sites and it just said British. So
Love it.
he got into a gunfight with them and he murdered 2 people.
A gunfight?
Yeah, he killed 2 men, and that is now called Esther Short Park. So
Wow.
yeah. But then in 1953, Amos Short died when he was coming back to Vancouver from San Francisco. Yeah. So
What did he die of? Do you know?
it doesn't say. It just said he died at sea.
Oh,
So-
let's see. Okay.
Maybe he jumped off. Maybe it was a Titanic like situation.
Oh, there's so many movies.
I don't think he hit an iceberg. Maybe
it was definitely a movie scenario.
Maybe they capsized. Maybe they
Probably just a storm.
Sank a storm. It was 1853. So
Okay,
pirates
yeah.
maybe. I don't know.
There's no pirates.
You don't know that? Were you around back then?
Man, I've been looking into like pirates. I haven't found anything.
Have you?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
I want to Scooby-Doo, man. I want to do like a
The Ghost Pirate?
Northwest pirate episode.
Ghost Pirates. Okay. So since the land originally belonged to Amos Short, they think that he is actually the menacing ghost that is watching people. Like he's still watching over his land.
You know what?
Yeah.
I would buy that.
Yeah, I would. If he killed 2 people, I think he could be a very menacing ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then what is on the back here? Oh, what I just said. And then also, because it was on a Travel Channel show, I just saw the clip. I didn't see what the show was.
Okay.
But I guess there was someone that used to work at the theater. Like he volunteered, and then he went into surgery and he died. And now he's like haunting the house, and like someone saw him.
I love when there's like proof that someone died there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or they just like they died, but they were attached, so they come back to haunt.
Yes.
Yes. So who knows? The house could be very haunted.
I mean, it's super cool, super old.
Super old. You can do so many things there. You can get married. You can have an art gallery.
If anything, just go there to like tour it and look at the gallery and see the old house. It's like a landmark.
Yeah. Well,
There's also the farmer's market right there.
Yeah, and there's
Vancouver.
Esther Short Park. There's a playground.
Yeah, if you're in downtown Vancouver, like check it out.
For sure.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go tour it now.
Yeah, we should.
Because my work is like right by there.
Is it really?
Yeah. Because I work
Do
in
it.
downtown Vancouver.
Do it.
Yes.
Great. Take videos. Take photos.
I feel like I've been there for something. I might have been there for a wedding.
You probably have.
Yeah. Because I know I went to like a big old house down in...
There's so many of those in Vancouver.
I know.
And so many have been turned into like office spaces or like law offices.
I mean, but how many of them host weddings? Like, I think it was the same house.
Okay, yeah, are you going to go to a law office for a wedding?
Why not?
I mean, you could.
After that wedding at the coast
Mm-hmm.
last weekend, I'm getting married in a fucking courthouse, man. Like, it was so over the top. Like,
My dream wedding would be just me and whoever I plan to marry. It's like, I don't know, like Chris Evans or whatever.
to be determined.
Yeah, TBD, the middle of the desert, midnight.
There's
That's
a
it.
giant bonfire behind you.
Yeah.
Just married by the light of the fire.
By someone who's like,
The desert spirits.
yes,
A coyote howls in the distance.
That is amazing. That's
I'm
my dream.
setting the scene.
Yeah. Don't think I'm not going to do it because I am.
Can I be there as your witness? Because I'm pretty sure you need like a witness.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll read you some like spooky shit
Yeah, you can get ordained.
online, like
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, and then you can be the one that like officiates it or whatever it's called.
Who officiated yours?
My friend Cass.
Did he just like get?
It's a girl.
Oh, does she get like certified online?
I don't know where she got certified, but she performs weddings.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Does she do it for free or does she get paid for that?
I don't know what she charges. I can
that's-
inquire for you.
Oh, I mean, no, maybe I should.
She's currently living in Idaho.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
hey.
gonna look her up.
Yeah.
She actually, what she does is she sells wedding packages at resort that she works at.
Ooh.
She used to do it down in, I want to say Arizona, might be New Mexico, and then because they have mountains in the north there, and then she got a new job, and she's killing it up there. She's so funny. She'll send me Snapchats where she's like, "Yeah, my boss told me to go hit the slopes for a bit, take a break," and she'll just go boarding in the middle of her job.
That's fucking
That is
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah.
You can get married in
Dream.
the middle of a field in Idaho.
I'm just going to the courthouse, man.
No.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get married and not tell anyone for like 5 years,
See, that's what I plan to do too.
so they can
I'm
be
just-
sad
I
that
just
they
wanna-
didn't go, but
Yeah, I just want to like show up on Christmas with like my husband and be like, "Hey guys, you haven't heard?"
we've been married.
Have you met Chris Evans?
I don't know if you recognize him, but
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard or not.
you know, kind of like an unknown actor.
Yeah,
But
he's a little bit older than me.
I'm pretty sure he's dating. I think it's Jenny Slate.
I think so.
they are so fucking cute.
He has a creepy mustache
Jenny
right now.
Slate, the comedian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're together.
She's hilarious.
She's hot
She's
too.
really funny.
She got kicked off of SNL.
Did she really?
Did she?
Oh yeah, she dropped an F-bomb.
Oh God, I love
Oh
her.
my gosh.
I love her.
She was great on Parks and Rec.
You know what? She's like one of my favorite comedians.
She's great.
I think they're the cutest couple of all time.
Except for right now, he has a really creepy mustache.
No, because he's like so like all American,
He is.
hot,
He's
and
so-
she's like kind of weird.
I think they're both from Boston too.
I think they're just like such a cute couple.
They are. They're very different.
I like that they're different and they're still together.
Yeah.
You know, like it
That's
works
great.
somehow.
Yeah.
That's your cutest couple, huh?
That's
Is that
mm,
who's your cutest couple?
Rob Zombie and Sherry Moon.
oh, I am
Oh.
obsessed with them. Obsessed.
Yeah.
The fact that they like all of their artistic projects they collaborate on, I think that's incredible. Like as a couple, they're just so in sync.
She's so hot.
And she's banging. She's banging.
She's not losing a step as she ages either.
When they do all of their like you know, all their like sex sound effects in the songs, I always assume they're just her.
Huh.
That they like record them having sex and then they just put those in the songs.
Yeah, I don't think they got together when White Zombie was still a thing. Maybe Rob Zombie. I mean, I think they met, and I don't know this, but I know she was in one of their videos.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they met there, but you didn't really hear about her before that.
I
So
maybe
as this
she
podcast
was
is over, I'll play the video for you.
okay.
Okay.
Good. Well, should we wrap it up?
I think so.
Okay. Do you want to do our back and forth ending?
All right, what was our back and forth? What are we?
Oh no, let's
we
do
have
the
to-
one where we
Let's do the Scooby-Doo ending.
let's do the escalating one.
Okay, ready?
This is Emily and Haley saying
Bye.
bye.